Hi, I'm Dana Obleman. This video is part of my free sleep course for kids 25 months and up right here on YouTube. If you could use some more guidance, then check out Sleep Sounds Plus. The link is in the description below. Good morning, welcome back. Well, we are 1 week into the program, and I just want you to take a few minutes and do some reflection. Think back to 7 nights ago when we started and how things were looking in your life. I hope that you're seeing some at least small improvements. Again, with this age group, I always like to caution people that sometimes it takes well into week 2 and even week 3 before we really start seeing some great improvements, but there should be some. I mean, at minimum, you're no longer in their bed or they're no longer in yours. So that in and of itself is a victory. And go back to your goals and see if you can check any of them off. I'm hoping that maybe even at least once your child has slept all the way through and not needed you to come back to your chair at all. And if so, then she should have got her reward. Just a little reminder here about the reward system. We really want to make that as immediate as possible. If you're doing any kind of treat reward, I know for my kids, they have such a sweet tooth. They would have done anything for the tiniest little treat of some kind. So if you're doing a treat reward, I have no problem with that. Again, it's just for the short term, but it needs to be given the minute it's magic 7. So they don't have to wait until after breakfast or some other time of the day. We have to give it then. And if they haven't had their reward yet, well, maybe we need to even change up the reward at this point. We could say something like, you know what, tonight, if you can make it all the way through the night without calling for a parent, then this is a new reward we're going to offer, or increase the reward size or something just to make it a little bit more enticing. Sometimes what's rewarding, what we think's rewarding to the child isn't actually all that rewarding. So it might be worth changing that up tonight to see if that helps at all. Okay, so tonight we're going into night 8. No change. We're sitting right by the door, right where we were, consequencing any uncooperative behavior. And this is, a lot of parents at this point are seeing some pretty good improvements. And your child might not even be noticing that you're still in the room, or they're doing so well with their own sleep skills that it's only taking a few minutes for them to fall asleep. And a couple of things happen here. One, you get tempted to just leave the room because you're thinking, well, she doesn't even really notice, I don't think, so what if I left? Or you decide you should never leave. Right? You're thinking, well, it only takes a few minutes for her to fall asleep and she's doing so well. How about I just stay here? I never move. Well, if you don't move, I promise you, eventually this will backfire on you, and she'll figure out that the longer she fights sleep, the longer you have to sit in that chair, and you'll end up being held hostage for hours at a time. Or she'll start waking frequently in the night wondering, hey, why aren't you in your chair? Please come back and sit there now. And that might be actually happening. Remember we talked a few nights ago about children getting a little too hooked on the idea that you're in the room when they sleep. So we might not totally be out of the night waking piece yet just because of that reason. But in the next couple of nights, we're going to make a really big change, and that should solve that problem. All right, good luck tonight. See you in the morning.